May their souls be reunited one day. For that and so many other blessed possibilities, we must avert the final days. Right there with you, pal. You are ready then. In that case, let's head to Palakistan. No doubt Vritra is waiting for us. Dude. Never mind spoiler alert, that's emotional alert, trigger warning, like, I don't even know, man. Ay. Oh, hello, Vertra. I see, you're in better sort of starts. First hearts of beasts, now a mighty worm. Our world grows stranger by the day. Yeah, well, that's your king. Your satrap. Rest easy, for all is well here. Come on! Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. How many children of Thavnair must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Every death another void that can never be filled. We who survived them must carry the weight of their memory as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Karasaf and Mevan's babe is a child of Thavnair as well. I thank you for returning to her as safe. O most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsya and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that the mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vertra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Awan as my loyal servant. Are my ears to be believed? You were the true satrap all along? Nidana, what are you doing here? I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Balaka stand in their time of need, and so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mevan's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Varshan was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum. A rumor has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a Mamet indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Varshan with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people and decided not to press the issue. I'd always assumed one of Awan's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vritra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given us into your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the saviors, not only of Radzatan, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vitra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in their darkest hour. 'Twould seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radzatan fares. What will you do, scions? Drink. I worry for the survivors, and we met at Perusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. Vertra chose to reveal his identity to the villagers of Palakistan before all others. A wise choice, considering the warm reception. He even seemed a little relieved. It remains to be seen how the people of Radzatan will take the news, but if this was any inclination, he need not worry. What a lovely aroma. I wonder what sort of spices those are. Curious, isn't it? The burning sky is so ominous, yet the crackling flames here somehow calming. Oh, Sagenhaft. Yeah. Oh, Sagenhaft. Running through the dark jungle, there was a time when I thought all was lost. Had Master Vertra and Estinian not arrived when they did? No. I must focus on the good. Mavan's precious daughter is safe and sound, and that is all that matters. Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The red sky, these terrible beasts. What in the name of the sisters is happening here in Tavnir? Nothing good. Oh my, that's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if it can be further our own research. And with that, here we are. A pot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and purest sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal properties, then? Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment, Nidana. By all means, allow us to assist. While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you've finished, look for me at the wakeful Ronan. I would be most obliged if you could deliver a few cups of chai to the villagers. I am certain will do much to soothe their aching bodies and heavy hearts. Nabshara. Look at them, lazing about, knowing full well the beasts might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I, for one, intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? Calm down, please. A cup of chai. Can't you see I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It is precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I can find a village and my friends, I will do it. Really? I died so many times as a summoner. Wait, I know you. You were the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Ratsatan hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone and I don't know where to turn. Here, let's do an Uncle Eero. This should be called the Uncle Eero quest. A cup of chai, well, if you insist. Ah, that aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come through as our people, come together as our people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. But that is all any of us can do. Yes, back to work once I finish this cup. Thank you. Oh my god, I could freaking use a cup of tea mixed with a lot of whiskey. Or vodka, whatever it makes as well with that. That was a soul-crushing series of quests. Soul-crushing. Like, I know if you're tuning in now, I'm morose, and you're like, wow, didn't realize Final Fantasy XIV was so devastating. It isn't, normally. So, you're gonna have to watch this whole stream when I'm done. I'm gonna actually have to put a spoiler, or like a trigger warning at the front of it. Like, I'm gonna have to rename this stream TW Death. I'm sorry. I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him and it was all I could do to run. All the while I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. With the crackling thunder right at that moment. Are you kidding me? This is for me. We used to drink chai together often. Shared stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but I may press on all the same. For his memory and for we who must remember. Are we done with, like, the suffering and the sorrow? Thank you for delivering the chai, Zeugenhaft. Did it help to lift the villagers' spirits? Marginally. That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no sign of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been changed forever. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony until we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition, for it is only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward.